And however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles on a Thursday, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Christine Leahy is joining me again on a Thursday. We have a wild show planned. 1 hour from now, I'm going to do another mock draft. I had a dinner with an NFL GM. I also was on the phone yesterday for an extensive time with a regional scout I trust dearly. I've got 2 players falling, and I have 2 players rising. I want to start the show right now with this, though. Is that golf purists would never want to admit this, but the sport's frankly not that popular. Oh, it's not really. Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer made their money on golf design. That golf course design. That's where they got rich. It wasn't on purses. You weren't making that much money on the course, even if you were great pre-Tiger. Then Tiger arrived, and the world changed. And guys got rich. Guys don't even have to play all the tournaments during Tiger's great 10-year run. They'd pick their spots. They played 12 tournaments, not 17, not 18. That's the elite guys. Everything changed. And then he left. And what happened to golf? So Tiger is even so far. It's not on television. Here's a couple of numbers I want to give you that are unbelievable. According to the secondary ticket market, the average price to attend the Masters is $7,700, double last year's average price, Tiger a non-factor. Here's a second one. According to Nielsen, network TV viewership increased 93% during the first 4 events this season, where Woods finished inside the top 25. So you see a ticket spike, a TV rating spike. I'll just add another. Bridgestone Tires says golf ball sales are up 115%. Here's the facts about golf. It's slow, it's hard, it's time-consuming, and it's expensive. And Tiger is the only thing in the last 20 years that's given it any juice. Justin Rose, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth did not captivate anything but the most die-hard, ardent fans. When you increase business, TV ratings, merchandise, ticket sales, sponsorships by 100%, that is proof you are bigger than the sport. I want you to think about this. Michael Jordan retired in 2002, 2003. 10 years later, we had Shaq and Kobe. We had stars, and the TV ratings rebounded, and the league was healthy. We had another dynasty. When Wayne Gretzky retired, 10 years later, Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, superstars, multiple, and growth. When Joe Montana retired, 10 years later, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, NFL ratings up, growth, merchandise, tickets on more TV networks. MJ, Gretzky, Montana. When Derek Jeter retired, a year later, Yankees had Aaron Judge. 2 years later, they have Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. In golf, Tiger disappeared for a decade. He is still the only guy that drives TV ratings, ticket prices, and merchandise sales. A Harris poll 2 years ago, when Tiger was a non-factor, 2% of American sports fans called golf their favorite sport. On Monday, if Tiger wins the Masters, it will lead my show. If he misses the cut, I won't give the event a segment. Tiger Woods is, without question, in my 30 years of covering sports, the most powerful and influential athlete of my time. Michael Jordan is not only second. If it was a golf tournament, he'd be 15 strokes off the lead. Good luck, Tiger. It's a better world when you're in it, playing and winning. Okay, this is the most fantastic rumor ever. I am going to give you the most fantastic rumor ever. And it's just not, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I just want to connect the dots. Here are three things we absolutely know to be true. John Dorsey runs the Browns. He is friends with Bill Belichick, who's the Patriots coach. And by the way, New England and Cleveland have made multiple deals here in the last several years. That's a fact. Fact number two, Cleveland still isn't locked in to what quarterback they want to take or what player they want to take with number one pick. Fact. Another fact, Cleveland has the fourth pick. They can move the number one pick and still get a quarterback. And frankly, a really good franchise quarterback. These are facts. Belichick, Dorsey, friends. Cleveland, New England have made deals in recent years. Cleveland isn't locked into their quarterback or player. There's a rumor out today they want Saquon Barkley. And number three is Cleveland still has the fourth pick. Nesson. This is a New England cable network. They're connected to New England. New England now has 4 of the top 69 picks. New England, Cleveland. Could the Patriots move into the number one slot? Now just think about this for a second. This would be amazing. So we know that Bill Belichick was, lack of a better word, pissed when Jimmy Garoppolo had to be traded. Now, we know Robert Kraft told Belichick, this has been reported, you got to move him. But the reason Kraft had to move him is because Tom Brady and Kraft are close. We always suspect that Belichick and Kraft, there's resentment. But there's been recent reports that Brady and Belichick, there is some resentment. In fact, Tom in his documentary, you know what Giselle said, Tom just wants to be appreciated. And Brady left that in. So I just want you to think about this. In the last 3 years, New England has given up draft picks and given Tom veteran players. That's what they did. In fact, I'll give you a number here. In the last 3 drafts, the Patriots had 1 pick in the top 59. Every other NFL team had at least 4. Most had 6 or more. So New England had a 3-year plan. Let's support Tommy. They won a Super Bowl with that. They lost a Super Bowl, and they got to an AFC championship. By any standard, it worked. But New England now has gotten rid of Dion Lewis and Danny Amendola and left tackle Nate Solder and right tackle Corey Fleming. They are getting rid of Tommy's guys, his best running back, his best deep threat, his best slot receiver, his left tackle, his right tackle. Okay. What if New England does give up these picks, works a deal with Cleveland to get the 1 of the 4 pick? What message is that to Brady? Tom, left tackle, out. Deep threat, out. Slot guy, out. Running back, out. And we're going to now draft another player at 40 that can't help you and wants your job. This is the world's greatest draft rumor. We know there's resentment here. We know Belichick, it's documented, written, reported, is upset. We think it's Kraft who forced him to trade Garoppolo. But remember, Kraft got his marching orders from Brady. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, what are you saying? Belichick he's trying to have a bad team? No, what he's saying is, you made me get rid of Garoppolo. Well, I'm going to accumulate picks here. Go get another Garoppolo. And by the way, I still think with my coaching, I can end up as a really, really high-end team. I mean, Belichick's always thought that. But if you start putting things together, Dorsey and Belichick friends, Cleveland, New England have done deals. Cleveland doesn't know who they're taking. They don't have an absolute. New England's got a bunch of picks, and Cleveland still has the 4th pick. And New England desperately needs a quarterback. You know that. I know that. Brady's 40. Wow. Delicious. Fantastic. Juicy. Listen, man, you got to connect the dots in this business. New England needs a quarterback. New England's Belichick, Dorsey. Cleveland's still got a 4. They're accumulating picks. Belichick furious, having to get rid of Garoppolo. Clearly needs another quarterback in next year's a lousy draft. You think Belichick is going to go into next year having no plan beyond Brady? Why do you think they're accumulating these picks? They want a quarterback. Whoo. Whoo. Now coming up next, a rumor I absolutely do not buy whatsoever. That's coming up. Car won't start no matter where it is that you call home. The weather alert has been weird. Windstorms yesterday in the Northeast, snowstorms, rainy weather on the West Coast. Unpredictable? Head to Advance Auto Parts for all your auto needs. Not only do they offer low prices on a variety of valuable services, they include free battery, starter, alternator testing, even with new battery installation free with purchase. You get Speed Perk members up to $20 in rewards. Advance has 6,000 locations across North America. Don't miss out. Visit an Advance Auto Parts or participating CarQuest Auto Parts store near you today. Doesn't matter what the weather is, and it's been kooky and intense. Get you back on the road. Advance Auto Parts. See store for details. Service available on most vehicles at most locations.